Hi and welcome to Cozy Book Dragon. If you followed me from my old channel to here, welcome back and thank you for rejoining me over here. And if you're new, then absolutely welcome. This is a community I'm hoping to build that is around being very cozy with reading. Not necessarily reading cozy books. I'll say what I said on my leaving message on my other channel. It is Cozy Book Dragon, not Cozy Book Dragon. So it's not cozy books. It's just being cozy about being a book dragon and cozy about reading. And I thought we'd kick off the new channel with a little bit of a mini book haul. I didn't actually get all these books in one go. It's been a while since I've done a video, so I just put them in a corner. And these are the books that I bought in the last couple of shopping trips that Mum and I went to Barnes and Noble. So first up, we've got A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faizal. I don't think I've actually read any books from her before. So this will be the first for me, but it sounded really interesting, and I'll read the back for you. Why save the world when you can have tea? I just said that I'm not doing many cozy books, but I have a feeling this is a cozy book, so I don't mean to be that contradictory, but there we go. But yeah, why save the world when you can have tea? Fun tangent, well, a little fun fact tangent. Being from England, obviously tea is talked about being a British thing. I am not a huge fan of hot tea. I don't mind herbal tea sometimes, but I can do iced tea sometimes, but I'm not a huge fan of tea. Iced herbal tea is delicious and I drink quite a lot of that, but anyway, I'm rambling, but there you go. That's fun. There's a fun fact about me and tea. Just got to get my mouth in order. I haven't done a video for so long and I think it's showing. Okay, back to the book. Why save the world when you can have tea? On the streets of White Roaring, Arthie Casimir is she's not a Christmas. She's a criminal mastermind and a collector of secrets. Her prestigious tea room transforms into an illegal bloodhouse by night, catering to the vampires feared by society. A little tangent again, I haven't read a vampire book for quite a long time, so I'm kind of excited to read one because it's been such a long time. They kind of were the thing for a while and then weren't, so maybe vampires are coming back in vogue again, I don't know. But when her establishment is threatened, Arthie is forced to strike an unlikely deal with an alluring adversary to save it, and she can't do the job alone, of course. Calling on some of the city's most skilled outcasts, Arthie hatches a plan to infiltrate the sinister, glittering vampire society known as the Arthurium. But not everyone in her ragtag crew is on her side, and as the truth behind the heist unfolds, Arthie finds herself in the midst of a conspiracy that will threaten the world as she knows it. Sounds great. Vampires, tea room that's like mysterious, illegal bloodhouse at night. I mean, that sounds really, really interesting. The world building sounds amazing. Sorry, mini coughing fit. But I'm very interested to read a book by Hafsa Faizal because I haven't before, so this will be a first. In fact, let me know if you've read other books by her before, and if you've got any recommendations, like did you like them, did you not like them, just let me know down below if you've got a recommendation from another book. Next up is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff, which is a very pretty cover. I didn't really show the other one up close, which I should, because that's also very pretty. Very different vibes though. Very different vibes to dark and broody with a bloody knife. But yeah, this I like the cover. I really like the shadowy wings in the background. It reminds me of Supernatural because that's kind of how they did angel wings in that, and I thought that was a really cool world building element. But yeah, so this is in a world where the sun's almost never set. A woman gains entry to a school of infamous assassins, seeking vengeance against the powers that destroy her family. Daughter of an executed traitor, Mia Corvair, I assume Corvair, is barely able to escape her father's failed rebellion with her life. Alone and friendless, she wanders the city built from the bones of a dead god. Wow, built from the bones of a dead god. Hunted by the Senate and its thugs, but her gift for speaking with the shadows leads her to the hearth of a retired killer and the future she never imagined. Of course, there's always a dark and broody guy somewhere in a lot of these stories, and I know romantasy is kind of on the uptick at the moment, and don't get me wrong, I enjoy romantasy. I enjoy a good romance in a book as well, whether it's fantasy or not, but there's a lot, and I'm finding it difficult for books to even find books that don't have a romance element, and I do enjoy books without romance. So again, if you've got some recommendations for newly published books, or recently published books that are no romance in them, fantasy, sci-fi, that'd be really great. Let me know down below. But yeah, now Mia is apprenticed to the deadliest flock of assassins in the entire Republic, the Red Church. Deadly trials await her within the church's halls: blades and poisons, treachery and death. If she survives an initiation, if she survives to initiate, I am having trouble with this sentence. This is okay. If she survives to initiation, she'll be introduced. No, she won't. She'll be inducted. What is wrong with my brain today? She'll be inducted among the chosen of the Lady of Blessed Murder. Wow, that's a great title. And be one step closer to the only thing she desires: revenge. So yeah, it sounds good. I like a good revenge book. It sounds like there's going to be a romance element in it with, the retired killer, but maybe I'm mistaken there. Maybe this is more like the father she never had kind of situation, which you don't see a lot of in books, or at least I haven't seen a lot of in books lately. It used to be more of a big plot point, but not so much now, I don't think. So anyway, I'm really excited to read that one. I do like a good revenge story. I like a good assassin story, so it's kind of ticking a lot of boxes for me. So yeah. So next up is Dreadful by Caitlin Rozakis. I presume that's Rozakis, but I may be completely wrong. And I've got to say, I first picked this up because of the cover. I love it. That's just, the art is great. Very quirky, very fun. But also it's a sprayed edge book, which I forgot to point out. The Tempest of Tea is also a sprayed edge book. I don't have very many, and in fact all the books that I have with sprayed edges are in this stack of books I'm going to show you guys today. But yeah, I really like the little skulls on the side. I thought that was a really fun, is that even focusing? Not really, I think so, maybe. But I thought that was a really fun detail on there. And then I have to say, the first sentence of the blurb, it hooked me. Like I had to buy it. So I will read it to you guys now. It's bad enough waking up in a half-destroyed evil wizard's workshop with no eyebrows, no memories, and no idea how long you have before the dread Lord whomever shows up to murder you horribly and then turn your skull into a goblet or something. Why would you not want to read that? Like, that's a great hook. I am really invested in this. I want to know who the Dreadlord, whoever is. I want to know if he's going to murder everybody. Why doesn't he have any eyebrows? What's happened? It's a lot worse when you realise that the Dreadlord whomever is you. Wow. Gav isn't really sure how he ended up with a castle full of goblins, or why he has a princess locked in a cell. This just gets better. I'm so invested. I need to read this so much. All he can do is play along with his own evil plan in hopes of getting his memories back before he gets himself killed. But as he realizes that nothing, from the incredibly tasteless cloak adorned with flames to the princess, is quite what it seems, Gav must face up to all the things that Dreadlord Gavrax has done, and he'll have to answer the hardest question of all. Who does he want to be? I think this sounds so fun. Fun and intriguing. World building sounds amazing. The humor sounds great. I need to read this like now. But I've been putting it off because I kind of feel like it's going to be a good autumn read. So I've pushed it back a bit. Sorry if the lighting's a bit different. My battery died, which makes no sense because I fully charged it before I started recording. So maybe I need a new battery. I don't know. But yeah, I'm back. I don't remember where I got to, so let's start this one again, which is a sequel, which is Heavenly Tyrant by Xiranjay Zhao. If you haven't read the first book, Iron Widow, I definitely recommend it. It was really, really good read, and I'm very excited to read this second one. I think there's a third. That's coming. I would read a million of them. The writing is just amazing. I don't want to give away spoilers because it's a sequel, so I'll sort of read a little bit of the blurb. It says, after After suffering devastating loss and making drastic decisions, Zhe-Chan finds herself on the seat of power in Huaxia, where she has also learned that her world is not as it seems. Revelations about an enemy who dangles one of her loved ones as a hostage forces Zhe-Chan to share power with a dangerous man she cannot simply depose. There's a lot more in here, but I'm worried about giving spoilers. But yeah, I'm very excited to read this. Again, gorgeous cover. Cover art is like, the game has stepped up for cover art lately. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful cover. And it goes around the back as well. Yeah, that is in focus, I think. So yeah, really excited about this. This is from my mom as well. Thanks, Mom. Now next is one that again caught my eye because of the cover. It is stylized, cartoonish style cover, but I like this kind of art, and the sprayed edges are really pretty. Again, that caught my eye because, like I said, there's only there's four sprayed edge books here, and those are the only four I've got. I'm trying to get some more because they're so pretty. There's so many different colors and different styles that are being done on the sprayed edges now, rather than just a flat color. I think it's great. That's a random tangent, but this is dusty. Like I said, these have been sat in a little pile waiting to do this video. So yeah, but this is My Demon Hunter by Aurora Asher. I haven't read anything by this author before, but it says, "The hunter shall become the hunted. Enslaved to an evil demon queen for millennia, Mist has only ever served one purpose. He is the hunter, the one who drags the guilty back to hell. But finally, tasting freedom on Earth has changed him, and for the first time, Mist questions his duty. The human female who smiles at him with no idea what a monster he is, draws him in, and he'll do anything to possess her. Of course. And the timid shall become the fierce. Lily Donovan thought the most Hi, Penny. Hi. Lily Donovan thought the most dangerous thing about running to the corner store that night would be the aisles of junk food. She didn't bargain on encountering chaos in the form of a man with unusual tattoos and beguiling amber eyes. Since the death of her parents, Lily has tried to forget what she is, but denial is not an option when she's confronted with everything she's been running from. I'm intrigued. I think it's going to be a light-hearted romantasy, but yeah, it sounds intriguing. I do love the dark and broody guy stories when it comes to romantasy. So yeah, new author, new book. Have you read this book? Have you read anything by this author before? Let me know. I know they say don't buy a book because of its cover, and I don't buy books purely because of their cover, but that is what grabs me a lot of the time. And this seems to be a whole stack of those today. But this, again, was another one. Notorious Sorcerer by Davina Evans. But the bold colours and the graphic style, I really, really like this. It's, there we go, is that focusing? Kind of. Move my face out of the way. And it says, "Welcome to Bezim, where sword-slinging bravi race through the night, and where rich and idle alchemists make magic out of mixing and measuring the four planes of reality. I'm hooked." Scion Velo, dockside brat turned petty alchemist, scrapes a living hopping between planes to harvest ingredients for the city's alchemists. But when Scion accidentally commits an act of impossible magic, he's catapulted into the limelight, which is a bad place to be when planes start lurching out of alignment and threatening to send the city into the sea. Yeah, it will take a miracle to save Bezim. Good thing Scion has pulled off the impossible before, and now he has to master it. I think that sounds an interesting world. It reminded me a little bit of Darker Shades of Magic, because obviously you've got the different Londons, different planes of reality there. Well, it's not really planes of reality, it's different worlds, but you know, that kind of vibe of going between the different Londons. So it had that kind of feel to it, and I enjoyed that. So I am intrigued to see how this is different with planes of reality rather than different worlds. I'm kind of speed running through these because I don't know how long my battery is going to last. I didn't have that long to charge it for, and Penny is apparently starving even though it's not food time yet. But this is also a bit dusty. This is The Wren in the Holly Library by K.A. Lind, and again, beautiful cover. The just bold colours. I guess I like books with bold colours on them. That's my thing at the moment. But it looks really beautiful. That's what caught my eye. And end pages, not end pages. Why do I keep saying that? Not end pages. The sprayed edges. Very, very pretty. And this, oh, this does have end pages. Is that what this is end pages, right? What are words? But these have got lovely pictures on. Oh, it's the same on the back as well. Same picture on the front and the back. They've got something. And I didn't even notice this. And under the cover. Wow, this is like a whole thing under here. Look at this. So pretty. So yeah, let's read what this one's about. Can you love the dark when you know what it hides? I'm gonna guess yes. I'm gonna guess you can love the dark, and that's what this book is all about and leading up to. Some things aren't supposed to exist outside of our imagination. 13 years ago, monsters emerged from the shadows and plunged Kiersey's world into a cataclysmic war of near total destruction. The New York City she knew so well collapsed practically overnight. In the wake of that carnage, the Monster Treaty was created, a truce of sorts. But tonight, Kierce, a gifted and fearless thief, will break that treaty. She'll enter the Holly Library, not knowing it's the home of a monster. He's charming, of course. Quietly alluring, doesn't say of course. He's charming, quietly alluring, terrifying. But he knows talent when he sees it. It's just a matter of finding her price. Now she's locked into a dangerous bargain with a creature unlike any other. She'll sacrifice her freedom, she'll offer her skills. Together, they'll put their own future at risk. But he's been playing a game across centuries, and once she joins in, there will be no escape. I'm intrigued. Again, it's the dark and broody guy. They are aplenty. There's a lot of them all over the place. You just can't go anywhere without finding one, apparently. But yeah, I do like a dark and broody guy story sometimes, and there seems to be an abundance of them at the moment, so that's nice. I would like some that don't have romance in, but that's a whole tangent. But yeah, I'm intrigued about this. World building sounds great. There was another book that I read a while back. I want to say it was by Holly Black. Is that right? Book of Night. I think that was it. I might be making that up, but that was also seemed to be about monsters that came out into the world all of a sudden. So it kind of had a little similar vibe to that. But yeah, I'm really intrigued to read about this and more dark and broody men, and having some sprayed edge books. That's very pretty. I'm, I think, losing my track of thought because I'm just looking at the camera flashing at me being like, I don't have battery again, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm really excited about this new Cozy Book Dragon channel and the community that I'm hoping to build here. I hopefully won't be as chaotic in other videos as it has been in this one, but you know what, maybe it will be, who knows. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys who have followed from the old channel and come over here, and I appreciate everyone new that's joining. Welcome, 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 and thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Here's the poor starving animal. She just wanted to say hello. She wanted to say sorry, although she's not really sorry for meowing. Bye.